Hello my dear friends, my name is Sanne and I'm back with another beauty video. And today I just want to sit down and be creative and do some makeup that I don't really usually do, which is neutralish makeup. Let me just explain how I got to this point, because I have a vision going on in my brain that I want to bring to life today and that I've had in my brain for a little while. So the thing is, I got this beautiful black dress from my boyfriend's mom, which used to belong to her, but also before that used to belong to her mom. So it's been in the family for a few generations, I guess. It's just really fun, and it's just a really pretty dress. But yeah, this dress, I don't really know if it is like a certain style or anything, but when I first saw it, I had this image in mind of like this specific Audrey Hepburn picture. I don't know why, but that's kind of the vibe that I had in mind. So I just really wanted to do some kind of like vintage glamour thing with pretty gloves and everything, and do my makeup in that style, and that's kind of what I want to do today. So I brought that dress over with me with some accessories like gloves and pretty shoes and everything, and I just want to do like a simple vintage glam kind of thing, and then, you know, get the entire vision of the dress and the entire idea I had in my brain and get that in real life. That's what I want to do today. So I'm not gonna keep you waiting. This has been a pretty long intro. Let's quickly get into the makeup portion of this big look. Okay, so I don't usually really do a lot of base makeup, but we're going for the full glam look today, so I just want to do some foundation and such as well. So I'm first gonna get into a primer, and I'm using the Essence Wanna Be My Honey Luminizing Primer, which is a limited edition one. It smells yummy. Okay, so now I'm just going into a mix of two foundations. I have the Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Makeup in the shade Light Beige, which is a tiny bit too dark for me. Just putting a bit of that on my hand. And then I have the Essence Insta Perfect Foundation, also in the lightest shade, I'm pretty sure, shade 10. And this one is too light for me, so we can mix those up. So I have those on my hand. I can just mix those a tiny bit and then go in with a sponge. I really don't ever wear foundation, so I also don't really know how to properly do foundation and make it look good, but that's fine. I always try to do as little as possible around my smile lines, because it just looks weird when there's product that gets stuck over here. I don't really like that, so I also try to do as little as possible. Anyway, now I'm going into my Catrice True Skin Concealer. This is in the shade 2 Neutral Ivory, which is literally the only concealer I think I've ever been not the first shade in. And I'm just doing that on some spots that need to be covered up, and then some spots that can use a little bit of highlighting. Okay. And I'm looking all sorts of even. And then I'm just gonna go in with some powder, and I'm using the Essence High Beauty powder, which is just a translucent mattifying powder. Gonna try to set my face with that without moving the base too much. And then I'm just gonna use the tiniest bit of blush to kind of make this pale face a bit less pale, because I'm literally one white canvas right now. I'm literally as white as the cabinets behind me. But I'm going into this shade from the Essence Pac-Man palette, and just really lightly do that a tiny bit on the apples of my cheeks. It always looks like I'm not wearing anything in real life, and then I look on the viewfinder and it looks ridiculous. I really don't know how that always happens. And I'm just quickly gonna do my brows. I'm just gonna do them the same way I always do, but I just want to keep them kind of like thin, because back then the brows used to be a bit more thinly plucked instead of luscious and voluptuous the way people like to have them now. So let me just fill those babies in a tiny bit. So I'm not going over. Usually I overline my brows a tiny bit to get them the exact shape that I want them to look like. But now I'm really just filling in the space that they do cover. I think this is pretty okay. Let me just go in with some brow gel. So now I'm just gonna use a bit of a setting spray for this base, and I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Just to really blend in that base that we've got going on and make sure it stays. So let's get on with the eye portion of the look. So I'm just gonna apply some eyeshadow primer. This is the Makeup Academy primer. I'm really trying to finish this one. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy blending brush and I'm going into a matte brown shade. I'm using the shade Loyal from the Makeover Floral Romance palette. And I'm just gonna be real simple, gonna blend that into the crease. And I'm also gonna make sure I'm at the inner corner over here, because I want to make like a diffused cut crease kind of thing. So I'm just making sure there's enough color in the crease. I think this is about right. Make sure that's blended well. Okay, then I'm just quickly going into a bit of a deeper shade, which is Wise. Just a deeper brown, that's all you want. And I'm just gonna deepen up that outer corner a tiny bit. And moving inward onto the lid as well. And once you have that going on, you can also blend those same colors a tiny bit underneath. And now I want to get into that diffused kind of cut crease situation that I want. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of concealer on the back of my hand. And then I'm going into it with a bit of a fluffy pencil brush. And I'm just going to stipple that into the concealer. Then create like a half cut crease by stippling that concealer onto there. Like where you want the cut crease to be. And then the edge of the cut crease will just be a lot more subtle than when you do an actual cut crease. Just make sure you go high enough. If you need any tips on cut creases, I do have a tutorial on them. I posted that a little while ago, so I'll link that down below and like up here on the screen. I don't know which side this is on. Okay, then to sort of blend that in a bit, I'm gonna go back into that brown shade we used and a bit of a smaller fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna work on this outer corner a tiny bit. Just blend that inwards, just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna set the concealer. And I'm gonna use a beige shade for that, just something that's close to my skin tone or just light. I like using beige for this. And I'm going into the Profusion Hollywood palette. So just that beige shade, which is called Nude. And I'm just setting that on top of this concealer that we placed before. And then we're going to go into a white matte shade. And this one is called Porcelain from the same palette. And I'm just gonna apply that in the inner corner. And also go on top of that lid a tiny bit. And that's just gonna be the inner corner highlight. And I'm just gonna do the same thing on the brow bone. Just some white matte eyeshadow. Now that we have the eyeshadow down, it's just a lovely matte eyeshadow look. I really like this. I'm just gonna go in with a liquid eyeliner. This is the Essence 24 Ever ink liner in black. And I'm just gonna do a nice little wing. Not too big, just a small wing. And I can never get my wings to look even. Like even after 5 years or something of doing crazy makeup and graphic liner and whatever, I still can't do a normal black wing. But okay, they look sort of even, and it's kind of just to blacken it out a bit where the lashes are gonna be and such. Now I'm just gonna go in with a black eye pencil and line my top waterline, just so that eyeliner blends in a bit more. And then I'm of course gonna add some mascara. I just want to add a tiny bit of highlighter. Okay, and now let's go ahead and add some red lipstick. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna add lashes or not, because I feel like did they wear falsies back then? I feel like they didn't exist back then yet. And I feel like I'm kind of digging how I look right now, so I don't know yet. But I'm going in with my Makeover lip liner in the shade Hot Kiss. Just to line my lips a bit. And then I'm gonna use a red that's a bit darker than this lip liner that I've got going on, because I want a bit more of a classy red and not a bright red. So I'm using the Max & More lipstick in the shade Scarlet Red. Okay, I added the lipstick and I also ended up adding some lashes, because after I added the lipstick I felt like something was missing. So I added some lashes. These are the doe lashes in the style Morning Dew. Look how cute this packaging is, so cute. These are really nice. These just fit the look perfectly. So the makeup portion is done, so I'm just quickly gonna get into that pretty dress, and then I'm gonna see if I need to style my hair a tiny bit more, and we're just gonna see what the final look is like. The look is finished. I got these gloves which are too big for me, but that's fine. You want to see the dress? Let me try to give a close-up. Like, the back is so cute. It has this little bow and then it flows down. It's literally so cute. That's the best I can do currently, I'm sorry. But I feel so glamorous. This is so fun. Okay, so that is the vintage glamour look all done. I feel very cute and very pretty. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. If you want to see even more from me, my blog and socials and everything you need to know about me is linked down below, as well as my gaming channel. And it's gonna be it for me today. There's lipstick on my teeth. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!